Hey, what's going on, everybody? Happy Friday morning. I titled this video, How Subtle the Temptation. I had some thoughts this morning, and I was actually reading and journaling and writing out my thoughts, and I really was brought to tears. I had this moment where something really made an impact on me, something that I understood on a deep level, not just where you read something and I'm like, okay, this is good, I should apply this, but something that reached me deeply. And so I want to talk about that briefly. Just so you guys know where I'm at. I just finished 12 weeks of Body Beast last week, and I'm finished with Body Beast. So I need to put up my transformation photos either today or tomorrow. I did lose like 10 pounds in Body Beast, which is not normal, but I'm gonna be okay with that. And then I'll be looking forward to moving forward in the future. And I see some of you guys hopping on. But I was reading, and I was really reading about, and I'm going to talk a little bit about Christianity in this video. I was reading about the atonement of Jesus Christ, and I was really going into detail about what he went through in the Garden of Gethsemane, all the pains that he felt with every sin and every pain and every regret, every feeling or human emotion that everybody's felt from the beginning of time through to the future, and what that must have been like, and that's just, you know, that's the majority of it. But hey guys, what's going on? But then, like we talk about all of that pain, he had to have been, even though he was a God, he had to have been exhausted through going through that experience, and then to be betrayed on top of that had to exhaust him even more and tire him even more, and then to be ridiculed, you know, with the crown of thorns, and then at the time, you know, being crucified on the cross was one of the worst things, the most agonizing type of way to die in that time. And I was listening to that, and I'm like, man, he must have been exhausted, like tired of going through that. But he knew what his mission was, he knew what his purpose was, and he was divinely appointed to fulfill that role. But I still believe, and I felt he had to have been just so tired, exhausted, mentally, emotionally, physically exhausted at that point. And as I thought about that this morning, he still had temptations. And it made me think about my life, you know, as I'm trying to correct and fix bad habits that I've had. Writing out my journaling and my thoughts helped me become very aware of what triggers some of these things, and you know, what steps where did I become misaligned to end up where I'm at. And I think about this moment when Christ had to have been so exhausted that he was still tempted, and the temptation is so subtle, and it like hit me. That's where I teared up and cried. Is like, I have to be very aware when I'm tired, emotionally exhausted, physically exhausted, about how subtle temptation is going to be in my life. And you know, for him in that instance, it was Satan coming in, and it's like, how subtle is this? And I'm not good at quoting, but he said to Christ as he hung on the cross, like, if you are a God, I don't remember exactly how it is, come down from the cross, like you can end this. Like, I'm like how big of a temptation is that, to be like, you know, I'm gonna show him who I am, and pull away from that pain, pull away from all that suffering and all that agony. I just really read that and was like, man, like, I have to be very aware when I get tired and exhausted that I can be strong like that to resist temptation on that level. So I was just thinking about that this morning and wanted to share that with you guys as well. Also, I'm super excited. I'm getting ready I got to get in right now and get changed. I'm going to go out on a date with Gabby. My dad just showed up right now to watch the kids, so we're going to go have some fun. We are going to go to, kind of going to surprise her, we're going to go to a nursing home. We've got to find one and just visit with some people, bring some smiles to their faces, play some games, and find a way to serve and laugh and have fun. So that's what we're going to do, and I hope you guys have an incredible Friday, incredible weekend. Be safe, live on purpose. Oh, and the one other big, huge thing is I wrote this post this morning about the goals I wrote out in the beginning on my Beachbody business, specific goals, and you can check that out on my Facebook, on how we paid off the mortgage for a house. And I put that post up this morning, and I'm like, man, there's something I never did in my relationships. I just like winged it. I have nowhere written out this is where I want to be in 20 years in my relationships. This is where I want to be in 20 years with my kids, with my children. Here's the action steps we're going to do every single day, every single week to make that happen. So obviously not being clear on that, I deviated from the path I'm supposed to be on. And so I felt, I want you guys to understand myself, I felt a little guilty in a way posting that, clearly knowing that I did not do that in my relationships. I did that in my business, not in my relationships. So I just want you guys to know where I'm at emotionally talking about that. And that is a goal I made for this weekend I want to share with you guys. I'm going to clearly write, you know, we've set some goals, but they're not written down anywhere. On where we want to be long term, where we want our kids to be, what steps we're going to take every day. We've verbally said them, but not done them, written them out. So that's what I wanted to share with you guys. Have an incredible weekend. Thanks for watching. If this helps anybody, please share it with somebody else or tag them. And hope you guys have a great weekend. We'll see you guys later.